The mantra I repeat to people is discipline equals freedom. The more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you're going to have in your life. All those things that are hard to do, all those things that take discipline, those are the things you need to do. I just turn off my mind and do whatever it is I need to do. I think people are always looking for some sort of remedy or some shortcut that's going to make them be able to do things that are hard easier. But no, they're hard things for a reason. So they're going to be hard. If they were easy, everyone would do them. If something's hard to me, it's fine. I don't care. I'm just going to do it anyways. No factor. To me, the most important trait for a person to do well and to be successful is you've got to be humble. And when someone's not humble, that's when all of a sudden they don't listen to anybody else. That's when they don't want to evolve anymore because they think they know everything. And so they don't make any changes. They won't improve. The most important quality for me that I look for in other people, that I try and maintain in myself, is the quality of humility, to make sure that you're always looking to improve and change and take input from other people so that you can improve yourself. Just detach, step back, take a breath, look around, and make a decision based on what the actual problems are and what the biggest problem is that you're facing, and focus on that one instead of making a decision based on emotions. Getting emotional, whether it's dealing with people or whether it's dealing with scenarios, you have to be able to detach from that, step away from your emotions, and make good, clear decisions based on logic. I'm not saying be void of emotions. What I'm saying is that you need to make sure that your emotions aren't affecting your decision-making process. Which, you watch anybody that loses their temper and throws their iPhone across the room and smashes it. Well, 20 seconds later or 30 seconds later, they realize they made a mistake and they made a bad decision. So those are the kind of emotions, and that's an extreme example. Those are the kind of emotions you need to get a hold of and make sure you're not acting like an emotional train wreck. You get people that make mistakes or they have problems or things go wrong, and all they want to do is blame other people, blame other things in the world, and that's not what you should do. When something goes wrong, you take ownership of the problem and you get it fixed. That's it. Fundamental theory behind extreme ownership. Take ownership of what things go wrong and get them fixed. That's it. When you're dealing with human beings and all you do is place blame on everyone else, you're going to be unsuccessful in the long run. So ego will get you every single time if you're not careful. You get guys that their platoon's not doing well, and you say, here's what you're doing, maybe you should try this. And they say, no, I'm going to keep doing it my way. And even though their way is clearly not working, but their ego is too big, and they can't say, you know what, I do need to make some adjustments. I'm going to change my approach into what you're saying or what I'm being advised to do. Instead, they just say, no, I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, and they continue to fail. And again, ego, there's a balance in everything. There's certainly a balance with ego. And if you had no ego whatsoever, well, then you don't care if you fail. You don't care if you don't do well. You don't care if you're in last place. I don't want to bring a person like that on board my team. I want people that want to win. And so wanting to win is driven in large part by ego. So that's fine. It's not all negatives. But the problem comes when you, like I just said, when your ego gets out of control and you can't be humble and you can't put your ego in check, well, then you start making bad decisions based on protecting your ego than doing what's best for the team and what's best for the mission. make sure you work out every day. That's very important. Because it's really easy to make excuses. And especially that's why working out early in the morning is very important. Because the longer you wait to work out, the less chance you have of actually getting it done. Because the rest of life starts to chime in on your day. And you start to have other people email you and call you and text you with their issues and problems and things that they need done. And so it's no longer your day, it's now everyone else's. So if you wake up early in the morning and you get your workout done before anyone else wakes up, you're good, and they can't take that back from you. I wake up early every morning. Early, I get up at 4:30 and work out. There's so many things that we take for granted every single day that are a complete luxury. And it's really easy to forget that in America, that there's so much freedom that we have here to go out and do things that you want to do and chase pursuits that you want to chase. But much of the world, that's a fantasy that they don't have the opportunity to do. So I think there's a lot of things that we can sometimes take for granted. If you're not constantly trying to improve yourself, you're going to go backwards. And that's the way life is. And I think the other important thing to realize, you have to learn to not go strength versus strength with people. And if you continue to try and attack someone's strengths in an area they're reinforcing, you're not going to be able to get it. So you have to come from angles that they aren't expecting. And that is how you are going to win. So those are principles. I think I learned them from my experience in the SEAL teams and jiu-jitsu. They complement each other very well. Then my experience in the business world, dealing with people and dealing with humans, the same thing there. So it's across the board. Those are principles that stick everywhere. Don't waste time because you haven't got much of it. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm saying waste time. I'm not saying don't get after it in a multitude of different ways. I'm saying don't waste time. YouTube, waste of time. Television, waste of time. Surfing the internet, waste of time. None of those things will bring you any balance. They'll just bring you weakness and make you out of shape and drain your brain. I'm not talking about don't have fun. Have fun, but do something productive. Be more disciplined. People ask me every single day. They'll ask me, they write it into my podcast, they'll call in, and they'll send social media. They're wanting me to say, well, if you do this breathing technique, or if you do these morning exercises, or if you eat this certain food, then that will give you the pathway to discipline. When it's all just a big lie. Here's the deal. It's not easy. Do it. Well, I don't see, again, people want to talk around, make things into some super special secret sauce. There isn't any. You have to work. You have to have discipline. That's it.